Mama, what's he doing over there?
You coming out?
What's he doing? What you doing, Sky?
I'm opening Mom's new solar oven.
Yeah? What is a solar oven?
A solar oven harnesses the sun and cooks things instead of having to use power or gas.
So you cook with the sun. Wow.
Old technology.
And also new. And it came with pans? Fancy.
Mom ordered these extra.
No, actually, I didn't order them extra.
They came with it?
Yeah, I
Really?
didn't even know
Interesting.
I did order another bit for
Wow, that's cool.
a big cast iron pan.
What's up, dude?
Different wildlife every day here.
I know, it's so cool. Are you excited, Sky?
It's nice.
Yeah? What do you think about it?
I think it was pricey, but
Yeah? Have you ever used one of these before?
of course I have. I had to use one growing up.
Yeah, we had the exact same one growing up, except this is the newer version. But we have cooked. It's pricey for a one-time purchase, but the thing is, I mean, we used that for 20 years, didn't we?
Something like that.
And this one has a dehydrator. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Mom, it's so cool. Multi-level dehydrating and baking rack instructions. And there's directions, imagine that. Yeah, it does, it has a thermometer right here. Multi-fuel water pasteurization indicator. Exciting, Skylar's reading things. Are you excited, Mom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a very pretty shot.
I'm excited because it is tough in the summertime when you want to bake. You don't want to heat up the whole kitchen. You have to turn on the air conditioner just because you turn the oven on.
Yeah, and we want to bake every single day.
We want to bake every day, and also the solar oven makes some things better than a regular oven because it keeps things moister.
Like potatoes. Right, I remember it being nearly impossible to burn something in a solar oven. Knock on
But you
wood.
can't burn anything in the solar oven.
They'll just
Even if
keep
you leave it in
cooking.
for 5 days straight.
Which we've definitely done. I remember doing, making cookies with the summer school class that you taught, the first grade class that I helped you with, and we made cookies and cooked them in the solar oven at summer school. It was so cool.
On recess, every day we cook cookies.
How cool is that? On recess every day we cooked cookies. Hey, Mama, there's your butt. Hey, Onyx, there's your butt. Where's Skylar going? He's taking it away.
I said it would be nice to have it somewhere where it can get out of the elements easily.
You have to do something until it starts starting.
We were talking about how the other one would still be good if,
We hadn't left it out in the elements for 2 decades.
yeah, because it eventually got water inside.
I got a job for you, Mom.
And actually it still would be good except someone took it apart instead of just
Mom,
opening it. Yes. What?
move the element on it.
Are you going to make something?
What you up to there?
There's this plastic, for some reason they put on this. I guess because it's got a real... This version is different than the one I had before because it has something special in the shield that reflects the sun. So they're protecting it really well with this sticky plastic. It's hard to get off. I'm wondering how to keep protecting it. I love that I was able to introduce so many kids to solar technology by this oven because I used it a lot when I was teaching school and also other times I was with kids. And it's so exciting. It's so exciting that that an oven like this can work by the sun, just like the oven inside the house. It's amazing.
And they don't have to be scared. The oven inside the house is scary sometimes.
Then they can't use it.
Yeah.
And even adults, I introduced a lot of adults. There was one guy though, horrible story actually. I didn't see it happen, but somebody else, it was a camping situation, and I left for the day and let people use my oven. And some guy actually caught a bird and put the bird in, feathers and all. It's gross.
Not how ovens work, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Obviously, that person didn't understand hunting either.
Very stupid. Started again.
Say that again.
This, believe it or not, this oven can make black beans or any other kind of beans from scratch without, you're not even pre-soaking them, better than if you leave them on the stove for hours.
And Mom would know. She makes beans a lot.
And you don't have to stir them every 20 minutes. You put the pot in and you can leave it in there all day and they'll be perfectly done at the end of the day, even though they don't actually take all day to make them. So black beans are like that. Also chicken. A chicken in here is so good. It's so moist and good. It heats to about 350. It can get hotter, but it stays right at about 350.
Yeah, that's interesting to note, is that it doesn't just get hotter and hotter and hotter because there's more and more sun.
I am so excited that I got another solar oven.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things, I even really hate to say this, but it's one of those things that if I had gone to order it and there wasn't any more, I would have been so sad. I'm glad I got it when I did, because I've been looking at them to get another one for a couple months. And I noticed that there was only a few left. Or, I don't know if that was really true. But where I was shopping online, it said, 11 sold, 6 left, and the other one was 0 left. So, I'm just really glad that I was able to get it. Because I just think that it's one of those things, I'm trying to think about essential things, because I was living in a part of Northern California last year where the electricity was going out for like a week, 10 days at a time. And there's a lot of things that we don't really need electricity-wise, but there's some essentials, and one is being able to cook.
Whoa, not only was your electricity going out for unknown amounts of time and then coming back on for a day and then going off for 10 days again and all the food was spoiling, but your landlord also wasn't taking care of the cooking capacity in the house you were renting.
All right, so I went almost the whole year without a working stove to begin with.
So you were paying rent on a place that the landlord was not keeping livable.
And then because there was also a propane leak, which is one reason why I wasn't using the stove, I wasn't filling my propane tank, so I couldn't even heat my place properly. So it was bad to begin with, and then I didn't have electricity. So, yeah.
So now you're not going to be in that situation ever again.
Right. So it's more about taking more control of what I need for my day-to-day living, in case something like that happens again, which, we've all been experiencing the last 6 months, all this other stuff about, having to stay in our houses and not being able to go and get food when we need to, and all that. And just imagine not having electricity power at a time like that as well.
Oh my God, we'd all go crazy.
What would it be like for most people if they couldn't watch TV or use their cell phones or go online when they're stuck at home? That's when people start going crazy. You want to see people go crazy? That's when they go crazy, because that was happening. Because I was living in a mountain town, outside of a little mountain town, where we didn't have cell service without electricity. And we didn't have, any internet or anything without running generators. And then it takes a lot. Generators aren't so easy to just turn on and run. In most cases, you have to get the fuel. You have to go to town to get the fuel, and the fuel has to be available in order to run your generator. So it's not such a simple flip of the switch thing. And that's when people were going crazy, is when they couldn't get on their cell phones or their internet. But refrigerated food, that's another thing. Boy, it is so sad to have so much food go to waste.
Over and over and over again, because they don't tell you when the power is going out and when the power is coming back on. So you go and restock the fridge, get rid of all the spoiled food, restock the fridge, and then the power goes out again.
So it has some stakes in the ground, I guess, to keep it from blowing away or something. Different wildlife every day here.
I know, it's so cool. I don't want to interrupt her zone too much if this is where she's having her babies. Do toads have their babies places like this?